Are you not excited about the rest of what's about to come out of these people's mouths? Good God. Yeah. So excited. All right. Now you know that she is our charming star for tonight, for making it out tonight and putting together a presentation in the last several hours, which makes Hare sense, right? Yeah. And here she is. Please welcome Starlee Kine.
I feel like it's not fair that they said afternoon. I was told at 4:44 on 2/22/22. I don't like that you put the 20 before the 22. It should have been 2222. We're rivals. And I was in the car in traffic, in this tortoise-like traffic. Not only that, a text came in asking me to be in the show. Guess what the text said? We want you to be on Team Tortoise. So I have, in the last few minutes, marshaled my argument because I'm a Hare. That's how good I am. That is the versatility of the, yeah, that's right. I came in here thinking you were gonna give me pity points, but now I actually think I'm gonna deserve to win. Because I'm so relieved to be the Hare. It's so obviously better. It's not about, we're not living in the future. We're not trying to get to the future. We've already seen the future. We've circled back. We're waiting for you guys to catch up with us. Like, it's all about, it's like we get it all in the exact moment that we take the information in. The Hare is ADD, which I have learned a lot about from TikTok, which is a marvel of haredom. Like, I feel like I will take TikTok has taught me so much about what being a Hare is. And ADD, like when you're ADD, if someone talks to you slow, it's not, like it literally feels like, have you seen Neverending Story when they're in a swamp of sadness? That's what it feels like. Like you're just like sludging through, what's the new reference for Neverending Story? You guys all get that. People here are the right demographic for that. But you're just like, you're on the 96th Street. That's appropriate. And so you're just like trudging through and people are talking slowly and they think you don't understand what they've already said, but you've got it immediately and you just have to wait out of politeness for them to finish and get to what you already know, what you grasped within seconds. And so I just feel, I've also taken an Adderall today, so that's like, the minute I got this assignment, pop the Adderall. It is so liberating to be a Hare. I feel so free of my bondage that when I was momentarily a tortoise. So I feel like I've lived both ways, so I know, I can show you into the light. Here, I guess there's some arguments for it. The game of Operation, that's about tortoise, like you have to be slow and steady. So stressful, so terrible, that game. That buzzer is so aggravating. No one actually it's like a game that you have and you play it once and then you have it on the shelf and you never play it again. You never won it, you dread people bringing it up. Who's like, I want to play Operation again tonight? Like there's no families who gather around or couples who are like, my regular game is Operation. Like I just can't, we just our nightly Operation game. No, it's so awful. And you're just in there and you're being punished for being the way that it's better to be. Like it's just like this conditioning, this horrible conditioning, that buzzer goes off and you're just shocked. It's so, talk about capitalist machine. They're trying to wedge us into something that is not a natural state. You know what else is a tortoise? Power of the Dog. You guys see that movie? You guys, do you feel like watching it again? You want to go sit down and watch that movie one more time? How many times do you want to watch Power of the Dog? Did you enjoy that trudging through to get to the thing that is the only thing that movie has to offer? I understand, I'm happy she's gonna get the Oscar too. We can give it to her, fine. But we can't pretend we want it all the time. No one wants it all the time. We want TikTok is what we actually want. But it shouldn't have to be so extreme. It shouldn't have to be only TikTok or Power of the Dog. But if you're giving me when we know what we actually spend our lives doing, we spend our lives looking at the equivalent of TikTok. We're not spending our lives inside Power of the Dog. And honestly, Power of the Dog does not give an argument. If Power of the Dog was sitting right here, it would lose tonight, and you guys know it. I know it's going to win, but it shouldn't win. That's a great, Power of the Dog's going to win, and that's an example of slow and steady winning the race when it shouldn't win the race. And also, who are the people? do we really want only slow and steady in power for the rest of our lives? Like, we've had that. We've done slow and steady, right? Like, we've lived under slow and steady. It got us to where we need to be, but we do need a little bit of energy. I saw AOC today on Instagram. She was dunking her head in the ice water. That's a Hare. That is a Hare mentality. I don't see Joe Biden in his Instagram just like ice cubes floating in water and dunking his head to wake up over and over. That's the kind of leadership we need. We had the Tortoise, but now the Hare has come back and been like, okay, we got it. Now it's our turn. And it's not that the Hare loses. It's that the Hare wins so many times that they like then have to go do other things and come back, and then it looks like they're that book, that Jenny Odell book, How to Do Nothing. Everyone likes that book. No one's read it. We only know the title. You only know you only know how to talk about it because you read the first or second chapter, and then you don't actually read the whole thing. Obviously, the slow train, that was almost made me late today. I once saw a sewing demo. Do you guys know how to sew, like thread and needle through the buttons? Like, I ordered this thing that when I sew, it's really intense. When you see me sew a button, it's just like, it looks like Beautiful Mind Murder Wall, like the thread. But I once looked up a like sewing demonstration about how you're properly supposed to sew a button on. It is the most insane thing. Like, I watched a 10-minute tutorial about how to sew a button on. No one needs to do it like that. That's the kind of thing, again, just putting you out there, slowing you down, making you not get to the destination that you need to get to. Is that the buzzer to stop me?
No.
Yes?
No.
Oh. No. It can't be stopped. We all like those little cars that you put in the tracks, right? That like zip through. That's fun. That's Hare. I feel like tonight, it's really dark, but I feel like anybody could stand up, I would be able to look at you and be like, got it. That's an incredible, awesome power to have. Like, and I'd have to like, I basically move through the world pretending like I don't already know, have a read on every single thing that's happening, because I have to so other people can catch up. You know? And that's like the whole problem. That's the buzzer, right? That's the whole problem, is it looks like, Hares are actually so polite, so accommodating. We're very dignified. We're the more civilized team. But it registers as like manic energy. Oh, the other thing I just remembered was impulse buying. Impulse buying. You think impulse buying would be a strike against us, like doing it. But you know what happens when you don't impulse buy? You decide not to do it. The next day, you start thinking about a thing you didn't buy, and you think about it the next day. Looping. You want to loop? Obviously, impulse buying is better than looping. Like, it's not like it goes away. It's not like when you don't impulse buy, it just like leaves your head. Instead, you're just like a prisoner to the thing that you didn't buy until you inevitably buy it on one night when you're sad. So, in conclusion, I already have seen the results. I already know what's gonna happen. I'll wait for everyone. No, I want you to do your thing. I'll wait for you guys. And then at the end, I'll just be sitting here happily. Thank you.